lens is clean. Opening your stop sign up, you want to make sure that it is opens and closes freely, and with the stop sign extended, that the air assist boot is soft and pliable and not damaged, your chain is soft and pliable and not damaged, and that your 2 cotter pins are in place and the cable is attached and secure. Now drop down and check the open the battery box, and just do a visual inspection of your poles and your cables to make sure they're attached and secure. You have your fuse panel here. For district policy, mechanics don't ask you to open that. And on the inside of the bus is where we keep the spare fuses. Reach up and check your driver window. Make sure it's clean, not broken, and works properly. Your West Coast mirror, that it's attached, secure, and the lens is not damaged or broken. Now we're ready to go to the inside of the bus. Okay, opening the service door, you want to check the steps for tripping hazards to make sure that the steps are clean, the floor is attached and secure, and nobody would possibly get tripped. Coming up the bus, you want to check the handrail and the step well light, which on this bus is on this side, and you have to check that while you're opening and closing your door to make sure that the light comes on. You want to look for your fire extinguisher. If this was your bus, regular bus, you'd want to check this, take this out and check it regularly, maybe shake it to make sure that it's still in the green, that the fire extinguisher is secure, fully charged, and has the service tag. From the inside, you want to check the windshields to make sure that it's not cracked, clean, and no stickers, and the seals do not have any dry rot damage. This bus isn't equipped with defog fans above the windshield, but it is above the driver's area and then within the console here. You want to check your rear view mirror, your visor, your seat belt, and reach down and make sure that both attachments click and engage and disengage correctly. Your first aid kit is down here by your fire extinguisher on this bus. Your body fluid kit is up here within the headboard above the windshield. You want to check both of those items are secure and fully stocked, and that you have 3 extra fuses with you somewhere on the bus. Now, go ahead and come on up. I'm going to turn the key on and start towards the back of the bus. As I go back, I'm going to check the seats, making sure they're mounted securely to the floor. The cushions are secured to the frame.
1, 2, 3, hold up.
Damage. You want to check the floor for tripping hazards and tears. I'm going to work my way to the back. I want to make sure that the buzzer works. I want to check all the seals around the door, the window, and the door itself. And that the emergency exit's properly marked and readable. I want to check the seals on the inside of the window as well. Make sure they're attached and secure and not dry rotted. And as I'm coming back up, you want to check the dome lights, your roof hatches, and on most buses you don't have to open this, but you just have to turn that handle slightly to make the buzzer work. If you do open it and disengage it, you have to be able to properly reattach it and engage it to the bus. You don't have to check all 4 windows, but you do have to open one and open and close it and make sure the buzzer works. And I would recommend also checking that the buzzer works on each window as you make your way back up. Check the side door. Make sure it opens and closes freely, and that what you can see of the gaskets from the inside are attached and secure. And then you also have your headache bar or headache pad above the door to the side and the back that you want to check and make sure that are attached and secure. You have a window here, and you have a handle here, and you only have to do this on one opening and closing the window. You must swing one emergency window exit open. If you check the roof hatches, when you check the roof hatches, you got to make sure that it's working properly marked, and buzzers work. You do not have to disengage the roof, but You only have to check the buzzer.
Well,
And
now your best look nice.
if you do disengage it, you have to re-engage it. You want to check the strobe light, make sure that it's secure and no damage and working, and you can best do that by popping the hood, the roof hatch, not the hood, popping the roof hatch, and making sure that it's on here, and then seeing the reflection in that. Now I'm going to check setting the driver's seat and buckle my seat belt. Do a safe start. When you're doing your safe start, you want to make sure that the bus is in neutral, your foot is on the brake, and the parking brake's applied. Turn the key on. You want to watch for the gauges to cycle and reset. Make sure the ABS light in the dash comes on and goes off. If it doesn't go off, it could indicate a problem with the ABS system. Get it checked out. After you started your buses, check all your control switches, making sure that the highs and lows work. Your fan, low or high, low, off. Passenger heater, high, low, off. Front heater, high, low, off. Strobe light off and on. Interior dome lights come on, and you can look in the mirror to check it. And then you have your yellow indicator, your loading light or amber warning lights for your loading lights, and then you want to click this open to make sure that your reds work, and then close the door to disengage that. You also want to check that your emergency override works, and when you flick that, stop sign lights and crossing gates should come out, and then you can also get back here and find the cancel crossing arm button and cancel it to make sure that the crossing arm comes in. Then you want to check your gauges here. Make sure that it all goes through it. Okay. Coming across the dash, you want to check that your oil pressure is in the 50 to 70 range. Your water pressure, once it gets up to temp, is in a 180 to 210 range. And then transmission fluid, you want to make sure it's once warm, no more than, in that same 180 to 210. Your tach, your speedometer, your fuel, you have plenty of fuel for the trip, your air pressure. And when you check your air pressure, you want to check that the air pressure is built to 120 to 140 pounds, and that you can hear the governor shut off when it's done. You want to put your foot on the brake and shift through the gears, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back up to 5, neutral, reverse. There should be a little bit of a shift of the bus, and you want to hear the beeper. And then at this point, you're ready for your flight test, and you would ask the examiner to help you with that. They would exit the bus, and as you do this, be sure to remember that the third-party examiner won't remind you to do this. It's up to you to remind them or ask them to do this. You want to go through your headlights, make sure they're on and off. Your left turn signal, checking your inside indicator, outside. Your four-way hazards. You've already checked your ambers, your reds. And then after that, you go to the back and you go through the same sequence in the back of the bus. Starting at the top, you want to check your ambers, go to your reds, take your foot off the brake, and let her see the brake lights. And you want to check left turn signal, right turn signal, four ways. And then you want to put it in reverse with your foot on the brake to make sure that it engages and the light shows up back there. At this point, you're ready for the brake test. You must do this correctly or it's an automatic failure. You must demonstrate and verbalize all three brake checks correctly. If you find you've made a mistake in your brake test, you may ask to start over. If you do not catch your mistake and do not ask, it's considered an automatic failure. You only get one do-over. You must state that your system's fully charged, 120 to 140 psi. Shut the bus off, and without taking your hand off the key, turn the key back on, disengage the parking brake, and after your initial pressure loss, apply the service brake And upon application of the service brake, you should lose no more than 5 to 10 psi. After that initial loss, you're going to time it for a minute so that you lose no more than 3 psi in a minute. For the sake of sitting here, I'm not going to sit here for a minute. A minute's passed. Begin fanning the brakes down. When it gets to 60, you should see that light and the buzzer come on. And then between 20 and 40, you're looking for the parking brake to pop back out. It did. Put with your foot on the brake, bus in neutral, start the bus, and then shift to drive. The third-party examiner's test with the state police says 1,000. The state manual says 1,500 RPMs. You can take the bus up to 1,500 RPMs. You're just checking to make sure that the brake holds and is in adjustment. You have to, at this point, you let the third-party examiner know you're going to go unchalk your brakes, and then you would get back on the bus and do a 5-mile-an-hour roll. If the bus moves at any time with the door open, it's an automatic failure. You must set the brake at the student drop-off and railroad crossing before you open the door. You must know how to re-engage the roof hatches or it's an automatic failure. The inability to operate any part of the bus can result in automatic failure, including the No Child Left Behind system. The inability to properly shut down the No Child Left Behind system will result in automatic failure. If you violate any law, commit an unsafe act, or cause any concern for the safety of anyone, the test will end with an automatic failure. Be sure and check all the buzzers on the emergency doors, windows, and roof hatches, and swing one window open. Do not forget to point out all indicator lights. And last but not least, you want to check your steering wheel for no more than 2-inch play, and that your horn works. Thank you.